All right, Shalom to the elect. I want to start by giving all the praises, honor, and glory to whom it rightfully belongs, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh is the one the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh's name means He is, or He to be, or He exists, with Yah meaning He, and Hawa meaning to be or exist. Yahweh is not a so-called white man, He is a so-called black man. Bahashem meaning in the name, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning the, and Shum meaning name. And Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Messiah. Yahweh Shai also is not a so-called white man. Alright, and Yahweh Shai's name means He is the Savior, or He is the Deliverer, with Yah meaning He, and Yahweh Shai meaning save or deliver. Bahashem once again meaning in the name, and Rakha Kodash meaning Holy Spirit. Rachal meaning spirit, and Kodash meaning holy. So I said all the praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that were well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Now, this lesson, is going, doing this lesson, for any new brothers to the faith, waking up to the fact that Israelites, and learning from the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone that teach the doctrine of Great Millstone. All right, this lesson is pretty much how should you operate within this society. How should you go about, or how should you operate or move, in your day-to-day life. Now, the answer to that, right, is with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Okay? Don't move like the average person out here, because the average person does not have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Now, I got here the definition of wisdom, right? On Google. I'm going to read I'm going to just read these two definitions. It says the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. Right? Now, the elder brother Amawan Gabar had said one time, that knowledge is what you know. And wisdom is how you move with knowledge, right? That's why in the second definition under that, it says the soundness of an action or decision with regard to the application of experience, applying experience, knowledge, and good judgment. So applying the knowledge that you know, right? And making a decision, off that's wisdom, okay? And we're not just using any wisdom, all right? But we, using, the wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, all right? And the thing is, once again, this is also, for new brothers to the faith and for younger brothers as well. And I'm a young brother, but for any, new and young brothers to the faith, all right? Because you can't just move, I heard, like the average person. The scriptures command us to be wise, okay? Yahweh Shai commanded us to be wise. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. And wolves, who are the wolves? These 2/3, and the rest of these wicked Israelites and these heathens, okay? And we're around these people almost, or I would say, more than we are around the brothers, because brothers, meet up and, they go, their separate ways, for the most part, all right? After camp, after fellowshipping and everything. Sometimes brothers meet, but in your day-to-day life, you're around these niggas, man. These niggas, these 2/3, these whores, all right? So, Yahweh Shai said, what? Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So you have to move with wisdom, okay? A precept. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 4 and verse 5. All right? And it says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. So there you go once again. You're supposed to, walk in wisdom towards these people, man. So we're commanded to be wise, all right, walk with wisdom, in this society, all right. And some of these other Israelite camps you see, like Sakari, ICPK, they're not using wisdom, man. All right. Now, one, okay, so like you're supposed to move wisely, right? Now, where are you going to find this wisdom? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 2, starting at verse 6. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding." The point is verse 7. "He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly," right? So it says he layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. Okay? Now, where is this sound wisdom laid up? Is it laid up in an envelope somewhere? Is it laid up in a treasure chest somewhere? No. It's laid up in these scriptures. Okay? And you even have certain books of wisdom like Proverbs. Okay? You even got, Psalms. Okay? You have Ecclesiastes. All right? You have the wisdom. It's a whole book called Wisdom of Solomon. All right? You have the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach. All right. The scriptures give you wisdom, but you even have certain books that specific, that go into wisdom even further. Okay. But the point being, these scriptures is where you're going to find, the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Good wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. Because don't get me wrong, you have bad wisdom. Like Jake, it says that in Jeremiah 4:22, Jake is, Jake, when I say Jake, talking about the Israelites, us so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Our majority of people, it says that they're wise to do evil. So they know how to, they know, for example, they know how to get away with murder, take another man's woman. They know how to scam. They're wise to do evil. But here we're dealing with, the good wisdom. Okay, the wisdom of wisdom that Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai has given us. All right, which first you have to be, really, to understand this truth and this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you have to be of the elect, because this truth isn't given to everybody. Okay, and then 2, you got to be taught. You have to be taught by our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the sincere and like-minded brothers under them. You see? And that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 34, starting at verse 9 and verse 10. Now listen to this. It says, "A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom." See? And experience means to try out. Okay? When you try, something out, when you try a lot of things out, and you've been doing that for a while, you gain wisdom. Okay? You try something out, now you know about it. Therefore you've been through it, therefore you can declare wisdom. See? And our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, specifically the apostles that have been going 30 plus years in this truth, staying in this truth, learning and growing and teaching. All right? So they have wisdom. See, these other Israelite camps that don't teach the same doctrine as us here in GMS, they I'll just say, they don't have the true wisdom, man. And a lot of them are young men. I'm a young man myself, but I don't buck up against my apostles. I don't buck up against them. Okay, acting like I know more than them. That's what a lot of these men in these other Israelite camps do. They buck up against the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, act like they know more than them and everything, man. But verse 10, it says, "He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence." You see? So there you go. All right, he that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence. Yeah, if you ain't been through, if you ain't been through something, how you gonna talk about it then? And our apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, in the world, you have people that have been through, different things in the world, but how much better when you've been dwelling in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for a long period of time. What type of wisdom are you going to display and tell others? You see? So you got to be taught. All right. I'm going to get one more quick precept regarding being taught. All right. This is the book of Acts, chapter 8. Starting in verse 27, it says, "And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure, and had come to Jerusalem for the worship, was returning and sitting in his chariot read Esaias, which is Isaiah, the prophet." So this was a certain person who was reading, out of the book of Isaiah, right? Now, verse 29, "Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him, and heard him read the prophet Esaias or Isaiah, and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? So Philip, he heard this man reading out of the prophet Isaiah. But Philip, he asked him, Do you understand what you're reading? And what was his response? Verse 31, "And he said, How can I, except some man should guide me?" And he does see. So you have to be taught. You have to be guided. All right. When you look at that word guide, it goes into being taught. All right. You look it up in the Blue Letter Bible. It says that he desired Philip that he will come up and sit with him. All right. So you got to be taught these scriptures, right? And I just want to bring out some points, because, we deal in this day-to-day life, man. You got to move with wisdom. Okay. Now, one of the things, you do when you come to the truth and everything, being young and stuff like that. And I've done it, but over time you grow, man. All right. You don't want to go to your job and, tell people, tell Jake they're Israelite at the job and stuff like that, man. You got to be Clark Kent, It's a time and place, all right, to, it's a time and place, at camp, where you at, pretty much, what I'm trying to say is it's a time and place, to, proclaim and teach the truth, man. Don't be going at work. Don't go to your job at work telling people, that you, that you are an Israelite, and, because a lot of people, they, when they hear what we believe for the most part, they're not going, they don't go with that. You see, they don't like that. All right, let me get this scripture. This is the book of Proverbs. See, one of the books, one of the books in the Bible regarding wisdom. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 27. "An unjust man is an abomination to the just." Right, because a wicked person, a righteous man is going to look at him with disgust. He ain't going to like him. It says, but listen, it says, "And he that is upright in the way," a righteous person, "is abomination to the wicked." Salakia, bear with me 1 second, man. This is crazy. Salakia, bear with me. Man, Salakia. Just gotta move. Salakia. All right, but damn, fix it when I come back. All right, but yeah, man. Okay. So I'm gonna read it again. Proverbs 29 and 27. "An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked." Right. So the thing is, a righteous man, just like how a wicked person is, an abomination to a righteous man, it's the same, the same thing with them. A wicked person would look at a righteous person with disgust as well. You see, because they're wicked and they don't like righteousness. All right, and the things we teach here are righteous things. You say we're Israelite. We follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We don't eat pork. We don't like HOMOs, if you know what I'm saying. We don't like, we don't condone adultery. Another man sleeping with another woman, that's married. We don't condone these things. So Therefore, you don't want to go to your job, telling everybody about, your Israelite and what it entails and everything, and then they go look it up, on their phone and stuff like that, and then, they listen to it, all right, and then, now you getting talked about the job, and you end up getting fired, because jobs will do that sometime, so you don't want to do that, while you're not at camp, you don't want to be walking around with your garment outside in public, man. That's not using wisdom. Okay? Once again, the scriptures commanded us to be wise. All right? You don't want to walk around, and people will say, "Oh, you're just being scared." No, we're not being scared. Yahweh Shai himself told us to be wise, and Yahweh Shai Yahweh Shai is right under Yahweh. Okay? So who should I listen to? You or Yahweh Shai? Yahweh Shai, told us to be wise. Okay? It's not a wise thing to walk around in a public, with a fringe t-shirt on, it's not wise to do that, man. All right? You see, so, but, it's a time and a place for all of that stuff. Okay? But some Israelites just can't get it. Now, another thing, I just wanted to, go into different aspects as well. All right? There was something that had, my Lord willing, it crosses my mind again. But, regarding, because in our everyday life, man, we get vexed. But let me get this real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. It's a lucky for the background noise. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 18. And it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." Right? So it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief." So, because we understand, right? We understand that the way, pretty much we understand how things should be, right? Which is what? According to the ways of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, righteousness. All right. But when we look at the world, we see that everything is out of order. Stuff is wicked. All right. And it frustrates us. And that's a good thing, that it does frustrate you. Okay. So you will get mad, man. You'll get mad. All right. Looking at the way things are. All right. Certain stuff will piss you off. It'll vex you, which vex means, going in there, like, trouble you, annoy you. All right. Looking at some of these things. You look at a HOMO, them parades, them LGB, those type of parades. You look at that stuff, man, and being in this truth, because you're a new creature, in Yahweh Shai. All right. That stuff will vex you, man. You'll be like, "Oh man, what the fuck is this?" Ugh. You see, but the thing is, you have to keep that in. You have to keep that, to yourself pretty much. You can't just go out there, on your day-to-day life and just start, cussing them out, and and once again, the laws, okay, in the laws, it says that what a HOMO should be put to death, right? According to the laws of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get that real quick. So here's the thing in Leviticus, because in Leviticus 18 it says, pretty much a man is supposed to sleep with a man, and a woman shouldn't sleep with a woman neither. All right, that talks about that in Romans the 1st chapter. All right, but it talks about that, right? That type of attraction, to the same sex, the same gender, which it's only two genders, male and female, as the Lord created, right? So, in Leviticus 18 it says you shouldn't do that, but then in Leviticus the 20th chapter it tells you the punishments, certain punishments for these things. Now Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13, all right, it says, "If a man also lie with mankind as he lies with a woman," right? If a man goes to sleep with another man as he would with a woman, meaning having sex with another man, right? Both of them have committed an abomination, right? The person, both of those people who did it, that committed this horrific act, man. This is disgusting, man, I'm telling you. It says they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. You see, now that's the thing, okay? And there's more, It's more, literally all these things, relationships and things the scriptures tell you not to do. People have done in this wicked ass society. All right. But um, the punishment, the righteous punishment for that, and the righteous consequence of that is to put them to death, right? But here's the thing: you gotta realize this, man. All right, the scriptures say this, right? Let's get this. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked, according to Malachi, the first chapter and the fourth verse, is the so-called white man. All right, so the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so you gotta understand, man. They're in rulership. Okay, they're in power right now. They make the laws and everything. Okay, even though a lot of their laws is wicked. All right, and unrighteous. All right, but they're in power and they make these laws, right? You can't put a HOMO to death. All right, you can't. Certain laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you can't act out because we're in this so-called white man's rulership. We're in his kingdom. All right, we're in his society. Okay, and he's the one that's in power currently. Okay, and here's the thing, right? Because scriptures say this as well. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, right? So yeah, you get vexed in this society. Yeah, certain things will piss you off. A punishment for HOMOs to be put to death, or a person who commits adultery there to be put to death. These things, okay? But see, this is the thing. The scriptures say this: let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. So even though it says that, right? Being that we're in this captivity, and the Lord knows, the Lord is the one that, put the situation of us being in captivity and we can't act out the laws 100%. All right. We can't keep every law, 100%. The Lord put this condition like this. All right. So the Lord knows. All right. This is crazy, bro. Honestly. It's like you went out, yeah, Salakia, bro. Just being around family and stuff. All right. But it says, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. So you're supposed to, obey the laws of the land. Okay. You can't, go out here putting moles to death. And I'm sure, if you haven't heard about, the great topic, take away the G, brothers talk about it, but ain't nobody telling, you're not supposed to go out here and do that. The scriptures say, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. Yeah, we know that the Lord made the world for our sakes, okay? But, we gotta be, obey the laws of the land, man. All right? The scriptures is saying this. I'm reading it right here. You gotta be subject to the higher powers, the government and everything. You gotta obey. So you can't be out here running red lights. Different things like that, man. You gotta obey the laws of the land. All right, it says, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. So the Lord, is the one that put them in power. You see, even though this devil doesn't want to, realize that. All right, but the Lord is the one that put these people in power. I'm gonna get two precepts. The book of Daniel, chapter 4. So I can read this one. Daniel chapter 2 and starting at verse 20, it says, Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his, and he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. See? And I'll stop right there. The Lord is the one that removes kings and sets up kings. Okay? Lord controls who's in power and who's not. The book of Psalms, chapter 75, and verse 7. But Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. You see? Lord is the one who controls us in power. So the Lord set these devils in power, man. We, was disobedient. We got put down. All right. The Lord allowed these nations to trample us right now. Walk over us right now. All right. Because we were disobedient, man. It is our fault. We got to be honest. It is our fault, man. As Israelites, it is our fault. Okay. So now, we're under the rulership of the heathen right now. But don't forget, the Lord put them in power. So being that we're in rulership, we gotta, we gotta, obey the laws of the land. Okay. No speed. You're not supposed to be speeding. Okay. Don't speed. Don't be doing no crazy ass shit, man. All right. Don't be, running red lights. Okay. Don't be just obey the laws of the land, man. All right. And that's the thing a lot of Jakes don't understand now. Moving on, because even when it comes to police and government and all of that. Now I'm gonna get another scripture, because I'm just going into pretty much how you're supposed to operate in this society. Different points, with wisdom, using wisdom in this society, right? Because Jakes in the world, they don't have this wisdom. This knowledge was not given to them. You see, another thing that's the thing. That's also why you can't go out, telling everybody around you, all right, that you're an Israelite and that they're an Israelite. You gotta understand that this thing is only for the elect. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 7. What then? Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, have not obtained that which he seeketh for. What are they seeking for? The truth. This is why they're in these different religions and things like that. Christianity, all Islam, all because they're seeking for the truth, right? But it says they have not obtained that which they seeketh for. So they aren't going to, so the Lord isn't going to reveal to them the truth. It says, but the election hath obtained it, right? The elect, the select few within the nation of Israel that's going to actually repent and turn to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, teach the truth, wake up, This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is revealed unto them. And it says what? In the rest, meaning the rest of the nation of Israel, were blinded. You see? So, being the fact that they're blinded, all right, you can't go and tell them, just everybody out here that, they're an Israelite. Okay? And in this day and age, this truth is gone worldwide, man. That's why the end is about to happen. All right? This truth has been preached. The doctrine of Jesus has been preached all over the world. Okay? And the thing is, once the elect wake up, then the destruction is coming. You see? So this truth is only for the elect. But once again, being at these people, because you got to understand, man, our people, the majority of our people, they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to. Okay? Scriptures in Proverbs, the first chapter, talk about how pretty much they refuse the truth. They don't want to listen. They walk by the camp. They don't think about it. They don't take the time to stop at camp. They don't want to walk. They walk past. They don't want to stop and listen. They want to keep doing whatever they want to do in their life. So they want no parts of the truth. So you go into your job or work, or just in your everyday life, outside of camp, just randomly telling people that they're Jake, that they're Israelites. That's not a wise move, man. Cause some Jake will be like, what, man? I don't want to hear that, man. What are you talking about, bro? Get up out of here, man. Or if you're at your job, they might say, like, what? And then they look it up, and then they hear us say that, or they might see a certain clip of a brother saying that, we're that the Lord only loves so-called black, Hispanic, Native American people, and they're gonna call you racist and everything. You get fired from your job, etc., man. So that's not wise. Okay. But regarding the police and everything, because this is another thing, Jake in the world doesn't seem to understand. Now, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 25. Now it says, agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. So Yahweh Shai said, agree with thine adversary quickly, right? Because when Jake gets pulled over, what do they normally do? The cop comes over, and sometimes the cop, the cop will be talking perfectly fine, He won't have attitude, Sometimes there'll be, an asshole Edomite cop or whatever. You gotta, realize that. And that should make you, follow the scripture even more, But sometimes cops, they come over, and they don't have, they're not on no shit, they're just, just trying to, do their job pretty much. But sometimes you'll have a asshole Edomite cop, man, that wants you to give them, back talk and get all rowdy with them. And that's what Jake in the World does. They come over saying, can you show me your ID, license, registration. Jake's say, I'm not giving you shit, and regardless of the laws, Jake will say, well, I don't have to. The laws say I don't have to. Well, look, man, that shit, that cop will pull you out of the car, kill you, and then all that will be discussed later. Meanwhile, you're dead. You see? Shot up, injured, leg broke, arm broke, whatever. Meanwhile, the scriptures say, Yahweh Shai said, agree with thine adversary quickly. So, look, even if you do get pulled over, you're supposed to, follow the scripture. Agree with thine adversary. Don't give the cop no back talk, just be calm, cool, collected. The cop tell you to do something, you do it. Give them your license and registration, have a peaceful tone, okay? Because what can they do if you're doing that? They can't do nothing to you. They can't say you're being rowdy, Cop tell you, get out the car, and do that, Even if you are being peaceful, cops will tell you to get out the car. Just do it, man. Cop gives you a ticket. You don't put up a fight, You don't get rowdy like that, because it could turn very bad, If you get a ticket, just take the ticket and go home, man. Don't. That's that scene. But this is what Jake in the World doesn't get, and this is why a lot of times Jake will do that, get rowdy with them, and it doesn't even have to be if they pull you over. If you just run into a cop in general, just be peaceful. The scriptures do say to be peaceful with all men. That's another thing too. Okay. But before I get that, let me get this, But yeah, it doesn't have to be, a cop pulling you, pulling you over. You just, a cop, walking, just dealing with the police and everything, man. Agree with thine adversary quickly. Tell you to do something, tell you to give you license registration, sit down, even though it looks like, they standing over you and everything. So you just gotta, humble down for the minute, I'll say for a minute, but just humble down, follow what they say, and get it over with, man. Don't put up a fight. Don't give any back talk, any smart remarks or anything. Just even if they not right with what they doing, just go with it. Okay, that's using wisdom. You see, and guess what? You get out of that situation. And that's why a lot of Israelites, be at camp sometimes, and the cops come up and tell them to move. They don't move. They want to put up a fight. They want to rebuke the cop, and say it'd be, they teaching, because they're not teaching the or say they want them to move because they're teaching the truth. But you got to use wisdom, Just get up, move, and go to another location and continue to preach the truth. Simple. All right. Don't give no, fiery remarks, man. Look, this is the book of Proverbs 15:1. It says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger, you see? And that goes with police and, just on your regular day-to-day life, Here it is, giving a quick example of this, You could be out in public amongst, people, regular people, right? And, let's just say, or even in traffic. Let me use a traffic example. You in traffic and man, I tell you, there's some stupid ass people out here on the road, man. I'm telling you, but somebody could, shout some shit to you, while you in while you on the road, somebody could start, just being an asshole, man. You might be going slow or something. You move over and let them go by, but then they drop to the side. You roll the window down and start yelling at you. Just giving a quick example, but instead of you, yelling back at them all furious and everything, just let it be. Or if y'all are stopped at a light and they do that, you want to say something, which I don't recommend say anything, but if you do say something, just be like, all right, you got it, bro. All right, my bad, Simple as that. Okay, or if, you out in public, and the thing is being wise. We're not here to be tough guys, okay? We're not here to be, act like we're tough and everything, okay? Because I guarantee you, they do that with somebody, in the world that, is trying to be a tough guy. It's going to be hell on earth, but we're to move with wisdom once again. See, you got to be humble. It takes a humble person to, when someone is coming at you wrathfully, to give a soft answer, instead of a fiery one. Because think about it, you could be out in the street, and or just in line at the supermarket or something, and you accidentally bump into somebody, and then Jake is on nigga time and stuff. You don't want to have no nigga moment like from the Boondocks, and we seen this I think a couple years back, I want to say, but Jake had walked into the corner store, with another Jake in there. They bumped shoulders accidentally or something, I don't know the words what were said, but it didn't look like he said something. It didn't look like he said something peacefully, but pretty much that could have been avoided, because it ended up that Jake he bumped into started shooting him, that could have been avoided, So quick example, you in the line at the supermarket, you bump into somebody accidentally, like, hey, watch where the fuck you going, dickhead. They say that to you or something like that. Of course you want to give them a furious answer back, but it's not that you scared. It's just you're using wisdom, giving a soft answer like, my bad, bro. So don't escalate. You could avoid a lot of situations, like that. Okay, so just send your, like, see, these, and there's more scriptures I could go into, but these just a few. All right, a few a few scriptures, man. Okay, to go into about using wisdom in our everyday life. You see, that's the thing. We have these decisions and things in life, making choices and things. You have to utilize, or in other words, use the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. You make decisions based off the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. It's here for a reason. Use it. You see? You don't know this wisdom just to, teach, or read. You use it, you know it to teach it and use it. You're for yourself. Okay? Let me get another one, 'cause here's another thing too, right? Because once again, being vexed in this society, right? This is the book of Romans, the 12th chapter, and verse 18. Salakia, bear with me one more second, man. Oh my gosh, man. Salakia. Baruch Shah, bear with me 1 second.
Be of the same mind one toward another.
Salakia, just around family and stuff. Alright, but yeah, just dwelling on that a soft answer turn away wrath. Oh yeah, Salakia, before I move on, let me get a precept to that. Okay? Cause you gotta you could just avoid a lot of situations, being humble and giving a soft answer. That'll turn away someone's wrath. Because think about it, man. You get all furious with somebody out here, and start giving them harsh words back. You like, F you, mother F, I don't gotta do shit, or what? Or what's up? Look, man, these people out here, man, these people got demons on them, man. You don't know what these people have. You think you being tough and y'all just gonna knuckle up or whatever. And even with that, man, but these people, you don't know if they're gonna pull out a gun on you or what. All right, and I gotta use this myself. I had an incident the other day. All right, the flesh had taken over, man. But still, that's not even really too good of an excuse. All right, but just saying you can avoid a lot of shit, man. Because what if you do that once again and they pop out with a knife or a gun or something like that? Okay, let me get a precept to that. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 12. It says, "If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And both these come out of thy mouth." Right. It was the same thing. If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. Right. If you give those furious words back, the situation is just going to intensify. Because now the person you talking to that got anger against you, now you got anger back. Ain't nobody backing down, so it's just gonna you respond back with that, it's just gonna keep intensifying, right? But it says, if thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. So in other words, if you give the soft answer, you humble down, not because you afraid of them, but you're using wisdom. You humble down. You give a soft answer back. Even if they say, yeah, that's what I thought. Just let it be. Let them have it, man. Just let it be, man. You see, that situation will die down and go away. You see? Even once again, dealing with the police. You give them that lit back, it's just going to intensify, man. They got a gun right there. And it says, and both these come out of thy mouth. So there you go. All right, but once again, regarding with people in general in this wicked ass society, because you could get vexed, man. I'm telling you, you are going to get vexed if you're a righteous person. But this is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And that's how we got to be in this society, man. So yeah, we know these people are wicked. You're going to get vexed. You're going to get vexed sometimes even just looking at these people, how simple they are and wicked, and all of that, you get vexed, man. Once again, much wisdom is much grief. Okay, so you'll get vexed, all right. But it says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Okay, so just be peaceful. Don't go around starting problems. Don't go around. Starting problems, just be peaceful, man. Be cordial. Let me look at the definition of the word cordial. Hope it comes up. Okay. Cordial, it says warm and friendly. Another term for liqueur, comforting or pleasant tasting medicine. Yeah, man, you could just be let me see what else it says. Warm, friendly, strongly felt. Alright. And pretty much, you ain't starting problems, okay? Don't go around starting problems with people. Alright? Go around, for example, you walk in a store and somebody in your way, you push them out the way, like, move out the way, bitch. You don't go around doing that. That's not living peaceably with all men. But see, the scriptures guide us on how to walk. See, people think it's more that people think, we just angry so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men. They think we just angry and hateful and everything. Which we are angry and we do hate the things the Lord hates. All right, which is wickedness. Okay? And we're angry at these wicked people. We're angry at wickedness. So we have righteous anger, okay, which I believe is indignation. Okay? So lock it if I'm wrong. All right? But we're not going to act upon these things, because we move with wisdom. We're not going to act upon our anger. We're not going to do nothing to, nobody because, of our anger. See, we're going to wait for Yahweh Shai to come back, because when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's the one that's going to, stuff is going to get popping. This is the book. Matter of fact, let me get this one. And that's the thing, even, with this, because Jake be trying to, go up, Jake be trying, some Jake, I remember one Jake was saying, y'all believe y'all gonna get spiritual powers, and things like that. Our forefathers back in the ancient world, they took down, with swords and things like that. But listen, this is Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to pray. You see, so you gotta wait for Yahweh Shai to return. Because this proves that we ain't gonna be rising up against the government and things like that. We ain't gonna be doing that stuff, all right? So for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. You see? So it's a time and a place for all these things, man. I'm gonna get a precept to this. It's a time and a place, to proclaim the truth declare the truth, which is at camp, when you're doing a lesson. If you mad, keep it to yourself, all right? Hold it in, when you get the time, do a lesson, a rant video, all right? Or do a lesson on it, an edifying lesson, okay? And sometimes if you feel like, you're to the point, where you feel like you about to explode, man, hey, bro, look, if you explode and do that, there's going to be certain consequences, for example, right? Say you at work and you see a Mo and it's just burning you up inside, man. And you hear his voice now, it's just burning you up. And then you get angry. You start balling your fist up, man. You look to the left and the right. You know how Jake do, getting mad, looking to the left and the right. And then you you end up cussing them out in public. You mother effing, in fact, the Lord gonna kill you. Et cetera, et cetera. You start beating them up or whatever. Trying to, just trying to, do something to, harm them. Now you charged with a hate crime. People gonna call you homophobic. All that stuff, man. You see? And this is why this is really important right here. Let me get this real quick. Proverbs 16:32, it says, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit, then he that taketh the city. That's the point. He that ruleth his spirit, then he that taketh the city. Okay? So you got to rule your spirit, you got to control yourself, you can't act upon anger. Now look, it's a good thing you feel the anger, because it means, you ain't down with the wickedness, but keep that in. Don't let nobody, know, you're angry because of that. You keep it in. Even if somebody asks you, like, bro, why are you angry for, just got to tell them now, you got to be like, man, I just, just something happened earlier. Just make up something. Be using wisdom, man. All right. Scriptures command you to use wisdom. All right. So he that ruleth his spirit, then he that taketh the city. Okay. So you got to rule your spirit. All right. Because look, if you act upon that anger, it's gonna be a whole hell full of consequences, and you're gonna be sitting later like, damn, man, I shouldn't have done. I should just kept it to myself. You see. But you saying that. Meanwhile, that's not going to change the consequences that follow, you see? So we got to move with wisdom. Once again, walk in wisdom toward them that are without. Therefore, be ye wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Okay? So, and there was another scripture I was going to get. Oh. Well, yeah, that's, and it's more, But yeah, in these scriptures where we get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from, man. So we gotta use this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right, but these are just some basic ones, man. But I was gonna say, if it is burning you up inside or something like that, maybe, man, go for a walk. All right, you're like, I got, it's an emergency. I gotta, if it comes to that point, you could pray. All right, ask the Lord to come back, destroy this. Send up a prayer, man. All right, you can ask the Lord to remove that situation from you, or get you out of there. All right, but you're supposed to be moving with wisdom, though. All right, that's the point. So we can't move like these niggas in the world do. You see? And nonsense. And hey, look, man. Once again, if somebody is because the brother talk, the brother war goes into this at camp. Somebody is even at work, just niggas talking shit about you and shit like that, man. Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you what you can do, because sometimes, that happens. Okay, people talking shit about you and stuff. You might get mad, all right, but don't go over there, start, beating the shit out of them and shit because they talking shit about you, or, because Jake could get like that, all right, Jake could get like that, want to fight because somebody talking shit about you and stuff, We're men, all right, but hey, you gotta use wisdom. You see, people in the world, they don't use wisdom, and therefore, they and therefore they, sometimes they have horrible outcomes, even death. Okay. But look, this is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 2, starting at verse 22. It says, "So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake." All right, so it's regarding Elisha now, right? Verse 23. "And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tare 42 children of them. And he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria." All right. So it was some, kids, some little children, pretty much, and they were, mocking him, talking shit about him. "Go up, thou bald head, thou bald head, and Elisha, he looked back, and he didn't say a cuss word, a curse and a cuss is 2 different things, or rude, a cuss, people call cussing as rude speech, like fuck, shit, damn. That's not a sin, all right? People call it cursing, but it's not, all right? Cursing is when, you put in like something like I want to say hex, but, it's like that, but thing is, you could curse people, all right? You could ask the Lord to do something to people. That's putting a curse on someone. If they really just really fucking with you sometimes, man, you could send up a curse. All right, and the Lord will honor it. All right, the Lord will, the Lord will honor it, man. You put a curse on someone, the Lord don't play about his men. They, really doing that to you, really being a demon to you, man. You may have some niggas on the job just talking shit about you all the time, or messing with you, man. Now if they actually put their hands on you, then by all means defend yourself, all right? But, you could put a curse, that's another way, another way to channel your anger. Pray to the Lord about it, all right? Put up a curse, you see? So, move with wisdom, all right? That's the whole point. I wanted to make this once again for them. It's also refreshing, going over these scriptures and, doing that, man, and once again, you got to be like Clark Kent in this world, man. You got to move with wisdom, for real, all right? Because believe it or not, man, we have enemies out here, man. Okay, we got enemies out here, man, and everything. All right, these people, these wicked ass people, are our enemies, man. All right, and the Lord is gonna destroy them. We ain't gonna do nothing to them. The Lord is gonna destroy them. Okay. The Lord Himself is going to, send judgments and everything upon them. But we got to move with wisdom. You see, and so read these scriptures, man. All right, let me get this. Cause look, Jacob's trouble is coming, and you ain't gonna be able to look at a lesson and do all of that like you can now. All right, and in Jacob's trouble, you really gonna need to utilize this wisdom. All right, so like the elder brother Amawan Gabar said, if we using this wisdom, if we using wisdom now, this wisdom, knowledge, understanding now, when it comes to making certain decisions and just navigating in this life day to day, this is how it's supposed to operate. Okay, how much more in Jacob's trouble? When you really gonna need it. So get used to using this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You gonna have to rely on it, man. You have to rely on what you learn. Okay. You see, for example, an example of using wisdom, is what? Another example is what? You go to a restaurant, and it's like, let me say it again, another example of using wisdom, in life, when this life is pretty much, you go to a restaurant and you see on the menu it says pork, shrimp, lobster, crab, and that's unlawful, all right? And you using this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, be like, it, it's knowledge, that's unlawful and that's sin to eat it. So you ain't gonna eat that. You're gonna eat something lawful. That's just a minor example, you see. But the point I'm trying to show you is that using this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. All right. Really, in everything in life, okay. But look, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus. I know what this. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, also called Sirach, chapter 38, verse 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. All right, and leisure is, free time, downtime. So pretty much a wisdom a wise man has, he gets when he has his free time. He uses his free time to get it, you see. So when you have, not saying you can't do other things, but when you have downtime, when you have downtime and everything, man, use really, use your downtime really, for to gather this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because there's gonna be a famine of the word. You ain't gonna see the lessons. Brothers ain't gonna be putting up lessons no more. All right. The Lord's gonna take His men off the streets, highways, and byways, stop from prophesying. And it's gonna be judgment from there on. All right, it says, and he that hath little business shall become wise. Now this word business, all right, it's like him, but pretty much, man, business going to like, pretty much just something that, something, you're doing, Could be a business, could be a woman. Business could be a job. It could be a hobby. You got all these hobbies and things, and pretty much your whole schedule is just taken up. You ain't got no time for the Lord. Then, hey, then how are you gonna use this? How are you gonna get this wisdom, knowledge, understanding? How are you gonna take the time to study and everything? The scriptures tell you to study. Yeah, you can listen to the videos, but you should actually read the scriptures for yourself as well. Actually open the book, go into the scriptures. And now in this day and age, you can even just go on your phone, but I personally recommend going to the scriptures. Verse 25 says, how can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the gold, and driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talkers of bullocks? All right, so pretty much, how can you get wisdom if you got, how can you get wisdom if you got a whole bunch of stuff going on in your life? You see, that's why it says he that hath little business, not a lot of business, a little bit, shall become wise. So yeah, you see. And I could take this another route. This could go another route. Talking about women, because women love a dude that's not boring. They like a dude that's fun and got a lot of stuff going on. But hey, in times to come, they're gonna Amen. They're gonna seek. They gonna need protection. They're gonna need guidance. All of that. You see, the men of the Lord are the ones that's gonna really have that guidance. As well as protection. All right. So, just video. I didn't mean to bring out this long. But hey, Lord willing, it was edifying. So I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Everywell. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom to the elect.